is themed around Nalanda. Nalanda is the world's oldest university, and it got burned down by invaders, and different things happened that led to its downfall. But the spirit of Nalanda is still here, and that's what we are doing. That's why we are doing this event now. All of the speakers you're gonna see in the upcoming slides or upcoming presentations, all of you'll be able to notice the same spirit of Nalanda. Nalanda was the breeding ground of world-class leaders. It standard like its legacy is still there, and we all educators are carrying its legacy. So let me introduce our first speaker, Sagar. Sagar, I met Sagar when around in 2021. I knew him because of the ClickFunnels thing, and I just saw him as an affiliate, and he was doing live streams every day on Facebook. And he's the most consistent guy I've seen on in terms of doing live streams. I saw him once. He was doing a live stream. I think his brother got COVID, and he was doing a live stream from the road. That how committed this guy is. And 3 years down the line, he has done multiple. He's done six figures through his community, student community, and he's going to talk more about it. What his journey has been like, and what all things he has learned throughout the journey. Our next speaker is June. Unfortunately, due to some family event, she's not here, but we're going to play her recording. She was very kind enough to share a recorded presentation with all of us. And June is like every speaker, there's a purpose behind it. June has been a person who is very good at getting insights from the student community. Like her Facebook group, Amazing Live Academy, it's very interactive, and all of her products have been developed by the Q&A and all the feedback that she has got from the Amazing Live Facebook group. And that's how, that's why I brought her here, because most of the people, we don't talk to our students, we don't talk to our community members. And Preet is my accountability partner. We discuss our daily tasks, daily rituals, and we are good friends. So Preet is very good at engaging communities through Instagram. So she was going to talk about that. She's the founder of Inspire Coach Academy, and she's a parenting coach. And we have Raja. Raja, I've never seen a person who's so honest, and she has so much experience across in offline teaching, online teaching, and different things. And she has done. She's relevant in all three continents. She was born and brought up in Chennai. She went to Bahrain for some time. She stayed there for a few years, and then now she's in right now Canada. So she's able to communicate with multiple people from different continents, and she's still able to be relevant for so many years. That's what she's going to share in her presentation. And at the end, I'm going to share about how to build communities in this AI world, because AI is the big thing right now, and we need to learn how to build thriving communities in this AI era. Yeah, let's. I'm just starting. Okay, let's welcome Sagar. Hi. Hi, Sagar. Okay, you're on mute.
Hi, Kishore, can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. Thank you for inviting and thank you for creating this event. Thank you for hosting also. Yeah.
So, the stage is yours. You can start with your journey, and you can tell what, because I know you from 2021, like you doing live streams. Some were good, some were not that good, but you're still doing that. That's the
Yeah.
big thing I've learned from you, staying consistent. So yeah.
So, like, when I got started with my journey, when I was just, I think, Kishore, you have seen my journey from the day number one. And I was not knowing what to do online. I was just doing corporate job. 2020, some Corona happened, but before that, I was searching something I should do online space. And got started with affiliate marketing, but I don't know how to promote. And that's where I stumbled upon this organic marketing, where I don't have to spend money on ads to make sales or lead generation stuff. Then I got introduced to Facebook group method, where this is something that helped me to help client like Rajiv Talreja, like who's a who's a business coach. Like when I got started, I did not know this organic stuff. It was my journey that helped me to discover this journey. Uh, like there was one challenge that I took. It was the 2020 July of 21st or 22nd. It was my 10-day Facebook Live challenge to remove the fear of facing camera. I was I did a lot of video, but I always have put it in the private group or unlisted video. There was some 87 videos were there, but I never used to publish more often. A lot of people suggest that, hey, you do this, you do that, but I was always keeping me behind the camera, trying to do records of podcasts or trying to do something, everything, but not coming out of in front of the audience. I think if I'm going to hide myself, who is going to trust me? Then I read this book. I read this line from the Export Secret book, where Russell Brunson talk about that if you do consistently for over 365 days, whether it is a Facebook Live, whether it's a YouTube video, whether it's a podcast or reel, any form of content, your life will never be the same. I think, wow, this is amazing. I should look into, I should look more into it. I removed all the distraction. I just focus on doing Facebook Live. I continuously do it. I did it, and as you mentioned that yes, there was a lot of hurdles because taking 365-day challenge without missing a single day is a huge challenge for me. One day I was traveling to Chennai, 1600 kilometers by car, and there was a because I can't go through flight because there's a lot of restrictions because of COVID. So a lot of things happened. During that also, I took that challenge. Okay, I have to do it, and that commitment that I think brought me here. I think when you feel like not doing it, you wanted to skip it. If when you do this, I think that's where your growth happens. So fast forward to today. Today I am teaching much more than just Facebook Live. I started my product as a Facebook Live challenge. I think you did it you did it that challenge, and 4 or 5 times I did it. That then I launched my Facebook group challenge. How to launch Facebook group. Then right now I'm teaching Facebook marketing, Instagram marketing, even without having a huge following, how people can actually make money out of it by selling their programs. Specifically, my target markets are coaches and experts who are selling their knowledge. That they are my target audience. So yeah, that was my much journey.
Yeah. So how the Facebook group started? Like you started
So
with a pre-Facebook group.
pre-Facebook group, I started throughout my Facebook Live journey itself. I used to say, hey, I have created a group. I used to give call to action, and that people started coming in. I think my first 1 year, uh, it was around 500, 600 member came. But through that, I made around some 15, 20 lakhs rupees. That's where I got a confidence that oh, Facebook group stuff works. Because what happens is there are a lot of followers out there. Okay, maybe 1 lakh followers. But 1 lakh followers are not your customer, right? You have to make those people filtered and going to a common group. So Facebook group is like a filtered leads. That's how I was treating a Facebook group is a, like a filter leads, quality leads. Whenever I need anything to launch or anything to ask or anything to give value, I can directly go and communicate over there because it is my group. I have a control over it. So yeah, and through Facebook group, by the way, I have created a lot of email list as well through Facebook group. Yeah,
Yeah. So how the journey went? Like I know you
uh,
were doing Facebook lives. Then the
yeah.
Facebook group started.
The
And
Facebook
then,
group started. Then I launched my coaching program.
yeah.
Then I shifted more of my coaching program on Zoom. Okay, I
So
started
how
doing
this
a lot of
transition happened? Like you were affiliate marketer before. Most of the
affiliate
people
marketer.
were,
Okay, this is a good question. Affiliate marketing is from somewhere where you are promoting somebody else's product.
yeah,
Okay, but here what I was doing is like I'm trying to build my community, and some of people are not resonating with me. They're buying the product, then they are getting value from there. They're not connecting to me. Then when I created my own product, people started coming to me because they are buying my product. So that's where they become part of my paid community, and that's where the real community building gets started. Okay. So the transitioning moment was a difficult moment for me because making people to aware of what I'm doing was a difficult moment. But I think first launch, some 17 people joined, all organic. Uh, so yeah, so I made like first 1.2 crore completely organic. Then I started running ads. Now, yes, again, 95% of my sales coming from organic now. I've not scaled that level of ads now, but definitely in future I'll also scale the ads. Started with Facebook, maybe we'll go YouTube as well. Yeah,
so what I've learned from you is you've been very consistent in terms
yeah,
of Facebook Live also, in terms of
yeah.
adding value in the group, like
Mm.
it, not in your group also, in the other people's group also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got invited to a lot of people. That is one of the way that a lot of people got to know about me. Uh, so that is the thing. See, what happens is we think value delivery is just a social media value delivery. I categorize, three levels. The first level of value where people will randomly will see you on social media. Sometimes they spend time, sometimes they don't spend time. If you put a 1 hour content, very rarely people will watch that content. But if you bring them into a webinar, they have to watch, or maybe maximum people will watch that content. So that's why I started doing a lot of workshop. I consistently did a lot of workshop. I've done maybe more than some 200 workshops in the last 2 3 years. So I started consistently every week 1 or 2 workshop. Okay. There is the second level where people will interact with you and you give some offer and people will consider you as a mentor or a coach.
Yeah,
Okay. But people will take some decision. Now, if you don't do consistently the webinar or workshop or boot camp or challenge, then people will not buy your product. So time people say, I have been consistently posting my content on social media. Why am not people are not buying? Because we need to go make them go through a funnel. That's the sales funnel, customer journey. कस्टमर जर्नी सिर्फ सोशल मीडिया में नहीं, उनको आप स्टेप बाय स्टेप अपने फनल के अंदर लेना जरूरी है.
yeah,
Right. So that's what we need to work on. Then consistently delivering value to paid community. I show up 7 days, sorry, 7 times in a week.
yeah,
Evening 3 times in a week, morning 4 times in a week. That's something I show up for my community. I have a different levels, at least 2 levels I have. For them, I show up for them. Apart from them, I have a one-to-one coaching calls as well. So when I show up, people, the trust factor increases. Okay. So when the trust factor increases, the resistance of buying from the audience will be less. So people, when they see regularly, they will not hesitate to pay the money.
yeah,
If they will see once in a month or quarter, they'll forget who is this person. Today came again. That person coming after 3 months, something like that. So consistency in each level, social media, webinar workshop, or your paid delivery. When you do these three, magic happens. From the last 4 5 months, I got minimum 50% of sales completely from referral because I show up and people started recommending to my thing. And that is because of the power of a community that what we are doing over here.
yeah. And you are also a mentor of, like, you also follow Siddharth a lot, Blair
Yes,
Feeder a
yes.
lot. So,
Yeah.
can you talk about the spirit of Nalanda? because that's the theme of the event.
Theme of the event, thank you for bringing this event because I think a lot of people forget about this Nalanda concept. Where I attended this, I'm part of Sid's quantum member, like the high level of membership, and where he brought in the month of February, where he did the quantum retreat. He talks about this concept called Nalanda. So I've noted down some points. Few things is like Nalanda people were like a lot of scholars. They were debating and they are learning together. I think right now what we are doing is mastermind is concept taken from those ancient like Nalanda, right? Second thing is another thing is collaboration. People are helping each other to grow their learnings and improving their skills. That is another big essence of Nalanda. Always they strive for excellence. They don't just limit for that. This is the topic already learned, and I'll just go and teach. But I believe we as a coach, we need to be a super excellent coach. A lot of people uh, don't know what is the difference between a coach and a mentor. Mentor is okay, just giving information, but real coach is different. Okay, coach doesn't have to be have a domain knowledge. So I have a life coach, a lot of different coaches. Maybe I've not studied them, but how I am able to coach because I got real coaching skills, asking right questions, because coach has a different angle to it. So I believe all coaches, specifically in this experts, they need to have a real coaching skills for this. And holistic approach, what I believe is not just business learning. People are coming to me with business learning. Okay, they are learning marketing, sales. But my high level membership, what I'm already doing is I started helping them how they can grow as a person. Even if any membership they will come, I make them go through a code of honor. Okay, that is something I learned from Blair Singer. Okay, because I've done TTE twice, and TTT was one of the best training that I did from Blair, where he talks about the importance of code of honor. He has a code of honor for his relationship with his wife. Okay, one of the code of honor he says like never like sleep over a fight. Okay, so these are some code of honor. So what kind of code of honor that we can create for our community? For me, my first code of honor for my community is care. Okay, sorry, impact, then care. Impact means our focus is to making a difference in people's lives. Okay, that is the code of honor. So these are the very important thing that we need to work on. And diversify culture, because where people can learn from any background, they don't have to have like specific skills or knowledge or specific background to come knowledge. Um, Peer-to-peer learning. So what happens when we create a community? We create small groups. So I create a small groups, and that is something we call it a peer-to-peer learning. When we keep account, make a small mini groups, and that's create a peer-based learning. People learn from each other. They are not dependent on just coach. You creating a community. They are helping each other. Uh, yeah, I think these are some common
Yeah,
spirit of Nalanda that is right now we are including in this journey. Yeah,
yeah. So when you were getting started, at that same time, there were multiple people in the market who were
right.
starting their Facebook group. You stayed relevant for 4+ years. So what, like, what things you are doing apart from the your consistency? Like, what are the few things you would recommend the fellow coaches who are watching this or who will watch the recording of this? Like three or
I
four
think
things.
yeah. So, like in long term, there is no competition. Like I started with having hundreds of competition on the same niche, but today's morning, also one client like Sagar, the market is crowded. I says, if you stick to long term, there is no crowd. Market pura khali hai. People come here for a quick money. what I can assure that you will see Sagar of doing coaching after 10 years also. That's how I committed for this coaching space. Coaching space is, I think, a very uh, sacred space, and we are guided to do this job. Okay, it is not like कोई accident नहीं हुआ है. That is what I believe. That's why I'm very much sure that, okay, even after 10 years, I'll be still coaching. Maybe I'll be opening some other businesses, but my coaching will be very close to my heart because this is something I've not started 4 years back. When I go back to my school days, I used to complete my studies first before the exam. I used to go to my friend's room because in hostel and help them, hey, तुमको सब pass करवाना है. So I used to make them literally go through some important uh, like areas to like learn. मैं सबको बिठा बिठा के पास करवाता था. So that level of commitment, it was there since maybe 10, 15 years. So coaching is not something is today. It is very close to my heart. Helping people, helping is. I feel coaching is for me the seva. It is the way that I resonate with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to our event. And how can people connect with you after?
Yes, I'm active on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. There are 2, 3 platforms that I'm active. They can search Sagar Sahu anywhere. Yes, they can find me.
Thank you for coming here.
No problem. Okay. I hope all of you got value. And
Yeah.
thank you, Kishore, for inviting me. It's very honor to have like me having over here.
So our next speaker is June. Unfortunately, she's not able to attend live here. So we're gonna play a recording that she sent. But even though it's a recording, you need to watch it carefully because June has been someone who has been a personal in 2021 when I got connected with her. I didn't believe myself. I didn't had the ability uh, to trust myself, and she was the elder sister, like just like a elder sister. She gave the belief to me, Kishore, you can do it. And how that's the same spirit that she's gonna share uh, the today's in her presentation. Just
Hey, thank you so much for having CMX Connect. Actually have me here to share with you guys how to build strong and vibrant communities in education. So just a little bit introduction about myself. So my name is June because I was born in June, and it's a pleasure to be here with you guys today to share about my journey and how I actually got started in coaching as well as community building. So it is a very, very funny story. So when I get started that time, it was during the pandemic. I'm actually having a business of my own, but due to the pandemic, everyone couldn't run. So I decided to challenge myself. And the first ever challenge that I gave it to myself was like, you know what? I'm just going to create one video every single day. That's what I did. So I wanted to like challenge myself up because I felt like seeing other people to be able to do videos so comfortably in front of camera was something pretty awesome. And I felt like I couldn't do it that time. So because due to so much of time I had during the pandemic, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do the video every single day for the next 365 days. That's how I get started. And yes, I did miss out like few days in between. Maybe in total, I missed out about 2 weeks. But I did the videos continuously for the entire year, which is pretty amazing. And that's how I started my coaching and my community building. And fast forward to now, I have created more than, I think, 500 to 600 videos. And I've helped more than 400 entrepreneurs and coaches as well and consultants all over the world to create 7 videos in a week to kind of like gain back their confidence in front of the camera. So that's how I am today. So that's how I started. I started by going live every single day, which is a promise to myself. But in between, it's a very funny story. In between, because of how I'm going out, how I am showing up every single day in Facebook, right? People start to like be curious about the tips and the things that I shared in the Facebook Live. So people will ask me like, oh, what are the software that I'm using? Or what are the tips maybe they are looking to expand their team. They know that I actually have built the team of my own before. I know how to outsource better. They kind of like actually ask all these sort of different questions towards me. And some of them, they even ask me, because I shared a video about how to close sales better, because that's what I'm very good at in my another business. They asked me this question, and then in the end, I was like, okay, those are very interesting topics for me to do videos. But at the same time, I have been seeing the very similar patterns of the questions being asked to me. So the questions that are being asked to me is like, oh, June, I'm facing problem in my business right now. How do I get more clients? How do I close deals better? So all these questions, in the end, I collected it. I realized that, you know what? Is there anything that I can teach? Maybe I can even host a masterclass, or maybe I can put them into like a course that my audience who have been following me, they can actually join my course, right? Whether it's free course or the paid course, I have not decided back then, but that was what it was. It was an idea that suddenly sparked into my mind. I decided, you know what? Why not just test it? Because every single day when I'm doing the Facebook Live, I'm showing up. I actually created a Facebook group. Facebook group is absolutely for free. I think that you guys should actually go and create the Facebook group of your own. I create the Facebook group. I was like, you know what? For every single live that I did, I was like, if let's say you've been loving the tips and tricks that I'm sharing with you guys for a certain topic, feel free to join my Facebook group. I'm giving them like a Facebook group link, but the link that I gave it to them is like I buy a domain name. Like a domain name is, if let's say you guys want to join, it's 𝗓𝗂𝗋𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 it is much easier to tell people like a domain name to join your Facebook group rather than giving them a long string of the very interesting URL to ask them to join to your Facebook group. So my Facebook group is 𝗕𝗂𝗶𝗶𝗀𝗀𝗿𝗂𝗀𝗋 if let's say you guys are interested to join. So because I have been building the tribe all over, I know that this audience, they actually come from watching my videos all over, and you'll be very surprised that no matter how many videos or how many contents that you put it out there, I know that sometimes you get disappointed that it feels like nobody giving you the reaction, nobody giving you the comments that you are looking for, or like the views is not too much, right? But now I want you guys to think of these questions. When was the last time that you watched like YouTube videos and you gave like a really fantastic comment, or you hit the subscribe button, or you hit the like? Like probably you have watched a tons of videos, but then you never do that, right? So same thing to our audience. You just need to constantly show up, be consistent and be persistent, even though you felt like there's no one kind of like watching you. But there are people just watch you behind the scenes that you just didn't know, just like what you did for other like creators as well, right? So this is what I've been doing. I have them watch my videos and I invite them to join my Facebook group so that I can kind of like get to know them better. Because when they join your Facebook group, do you guys know that when you join a Facebook group, you can ask some really basic questions? Like, for example, you can always ask for these questions. The first question I'll ask them like, how do you know about me? Right? And the second question, you can always ask, what do you want to learn from me? All right, this is a very, very important key questions. What you think that people want to learn from you might be different from the real world that what they want to learn from you. Like when I get started, I thought like my audience love to learn from me like how to close deals better, how to like convert, how to have a higher conversion in terms of the clients that I'm getting. And that was the very core topic that I was doing video at the very beginning. But little did I know, because before I want to roll out the amazing live academy, which I'm going to show you guys later. I'm going to share with you guys later. When I was about to kind of like roll out my amazing live academy, I kind of like asked this question. Hey guys, I want to know, like, I'm going to roll a course. I asked in my Facebook group because those people are my tribe members, right? I asked them like, if I'm going to roll out like a course, like a paid course that you guys can join me, can I know what problems or what kind of course that you would like to join. So I give them few ideas. I gave them, I think one of them is like how to close deals faster, or storytelling strategy to close deals faster. Yeah, something like that. And I got a very interesting reply from most of my audience. They wanted to learn from me like how to do Facebook Live. And it never crossed to my mind that that is a topic they want to learn from me, because to me it was like so simple. Because to me I was like, isn't it very simple? Isn't it? It's like you just go to Facebook, just press the live button. That's how you get your live. I was like mind blown, because I was very lucky that I did the survey. Because can you guys imagine that as a course creator, as a coach, if you spend so much of time in creating a course and ended up that was not the course that your audience are willing to pay to access it, like it will be like a bummer, right? So that's the reason why the first thing that I want to advise you guys is that before you create any course, ask your community, survey with your community what they want to learn from you, and create the course together with your community. Like, you know what, you ask them what they want to learn from you, and you get an answer, and then go and design the framework and discuss it and put it in the Facebook group and discuss it with your community. And that's how you're able to make sure that you're creating a right course that solve a problem that they want to learn from you, right? Does it make sense to you guys? Do you guys see what I'm doing right now? So that's the entire story of how I get started in coaching as well as in community building. So next I want to share this with you guys. Let me just share screen. All right, so let's check here what I'm just saying. So I want to talk about the power of Facebook Lives and building a free Facebook group. That's what I do, guys, right? So the massive power is that I know that it doesn't have to be just Facebook Live. Right now, the Reels, the Shorts, like the YouTube Shorts or the Reels or the Talk videos are a great channel for you. But one thing I want to talk about is being consistent in showing up. Like, told you guys about my story, right? My story was that I was constantly showing up no matter what. I have had days that I don't feel like doing views at all, but I decided to, you know what, I make a promise to myself, I need to show up. Because at the end of the day, when you're showing up every single day, not everyone is going to watch you. At the very beginning, they'll be like, oh, I don't know who is this June talking about. Who is this? Like, we don't know about you, right? But when you've been showing up constantly, there will be a day that you hold them like, wow, this lady, this gentleman has been showing up every single day. I want to know what she has been talking about. And that's how the ball start rolling. So maybe they watch one of the videos and they really like it. They will watch you back and they will see how you grow. So at the end of the day, the idea of showing up consistently is that you want to show them your journey. All right, let's think about that. When you are an educator, everyone wants to know how you are what kind of hurdles that you have been through, what kind of journey that you have been going through in order to establish the day that you're having right now. Like, without telling you guys how I get started, you probably, whatever the way that I said, probably means nothing to you guys. But when you guys know that before I get started, I've never done any videos before, but look at me right now, I'm able to like do this very, very easily and very, very comfortably, and even make jokes to you guys. You feel like, wow, that is awesome. That is some journey that I could learn. That is something that I could follow. So in the end, what we as an educator we need to do is that we need to build an audience that can follow our journey. Even though when they know about us, like right middle of our journey, but then they're able to watch back. Maybe they can watch the Facebook Live that I did like a few years ago. Then they will know like, wow, there's such an improvement. There's such a long way. And they know that they can follow you. And that's how we can use the consistency of showing up, whether it's a Facebook Live or whether it's like creating reels or anything, to build the kind of audience. And remember, don't waste your audience. Always create a free Facebook group. It is free anyway. And ask them to join your group. Okay, so that's my journey. And also I talked to you guys about I creating the Amazing Life Academy because I kind of like asked them like, what do you guys want to learn from me? And surprisingly, they all want to learn from me like how to do Facebook Live. That's how I created the Amazing Life Academy. So Amazing Life Academy, when I created, was like a very self-studied course, but I designed the course together with my audience. I kind of like asked them in a Facebook group, okay, I'm going to design this Amazing Life Academy. I even asked them about the name. I have few names of this course in my mind. I just don't know what to pick. I did a poll in the Facebook group, asked them to pick the name together with me. Okay, why do I do that? When I pick together the names with my audience, I put them having a vested interest in my course, meaning they felt like they are being part of it. They felt like they built this course together with me, which increased the likelihood of them buying the course. Does it make sense to you guys? And not only I increase the likelihood of them buying the course, but I also get relevant insights of what they want to learn and what they do not want to learn, which saved my time building the course. So after having the Amazing Life Academy, I realized that some of my students, they're still not taking action. So action is missing because Amazing Life Academy is a very self-oriented course. It's not like action taking. So that's why I decided to create a 7-day amazing video challenge, right? I'm just going, the website is www.amazingchallenge.us for those that you want to have a look. It's a 7-day amazing challenge where it is like a live coaching session where for 7 days in a row, I'm going to go live coaching in the private Facebook groups. And I actually give one task to my participants and to my clients every single day, right? The one task is very simple. They just need to create one video every single day by following through the topic that I gave it to them. So I did to Amazing Video Challenge because I felt like it's very action-oriented and makes people want to take actions fast. And once they take some vested interest, they will have the vested interest in joining Amazing Academy. So that's why after that, I created the Amazing Video Challenge together with my audience as well. And then in the end of Amazing Video Challenge, I actually kind of like introduced them to the opportunity to join the Amazing Life Academy. So that is how it's come true. And fast forward today, we have more than 400 entrepreneurs all over the world. We have from India as well. We have from United States, UK. I lost count of how many countries. Canada as well. So it has been really, really awesome. Because not only that, I was able to create a tribe. I was able to have them join the Amazing Life Academy, but I was also able to have them to create 7 videos in a week as well. So if let's say you guys want to find out more, you can go to the website. I'm putting it up here. So let me just put it in the beginning. You can go over to amazingchallenge.us. It is a 7-day amazing video challenge, or amazinglifeacademy.com to check out for more information. Okay, so lastly, what is my advice for the educator and community builder? So what you should do. So the first everything that you should do is by showing up, right? Not only by showing up, but you need to show up consistently. And you don't have to think about like you don't have to think about a 20 minutes video per day. Like what about 3 minutes video per day? It's very concise, and you are able to share like 2 tips or 3 tips in a 3-minute video. It can be a shorts, it can be a reels, it can be just a live video. Because when you show up consistently, people are going to watch you. And without you knowing, you're going to slowly build a tribe of your own, right? And then from the tribe that you build yourself, then you're able to get, you're from the community that you've built, then you're able to know what they want to learn from you. And from there, you can create your course, you can create your course, and you can even become a mini influencer of self, and you can become someone in your niche in no time. And I've seen that happening not only to me, but I've also seen that happening to my students who join the Amazing Life Academy using the strategies that we teach as well. So showing up consistently, and I know that what you guys are going to think like, oh my God, I'm not a video person. I'm so afraid of like doing videos all the time, not the natural. But you need to start somewhere, right? So everything, we didn't know a lot of things when we were young. Like I didn't know how to ride a bicycle. I didn't know how to do a lot of stuff. I didn't know how to set up like a funnel or a landing page. I didn't know all this, but we are all adaptable. We are all very flexible. And all these are just learnable skills. It's just whether you want to learn it or not, or it is always easy to kind of like say, oh, I have no time for that. It is easy to procrastinate. But let me tell you what, just 3 minutes per day, I want you to perhaps create like 3 videos in a week. I think you have about 10 minutes in a week, right? And that's what is you are going to do. You know what? Don't overthink it and just do it. Okay, that's my advice for you guys. And if let's say you've been loving these sessions and you love to connect with me, I'm very active in Facebook. You can actually connect with me via Facebook and you can scan this QR code. Or if you don't scan the QR code, you can go over to look for me. It's facebook.com/𝗂𝗵𝗁𝗀, and that's my Facebook. And also, these are some of the free resources for you guys. So if let's say you want to get 30-day free 30-day live video ideas, I actually have these free resources for you guys. You can either scan the code or go over to link.𝗂𝗵𝗁𝗀/free30, or to get all of my free things at link.𝗂𝗵𝗁𝗀/all-June training, or to scan this QR code. And it has been a pleasure to be able to be in this event today, and I look forward to connect with you guys, and I look forward to see you guys showing up consistently and do your first ever reel, first ever video. And with that, I'm going to go off. Thank you guys, and thank you CMX Connect. Take care. Bye.
Hi. So how was the presentation? How was June's presentation? So 3 minutes a day, that's a good tip from her. So our next speaker is 𝗕𝗂𝗶𝗍𝗀. She's one of my accountability partners, and we've been friends from. Okay, amazing. Okay, so I've given her presentator access. She'll be starting her presentation soon. Hi. Need to turn off.
Hi, I'm just trying to figure out how to.
Share screen.
No, I don't see an option here actually.
Okay, I can share them. Can I share?
Hanji, but then how would we control?
Okay, you need to tell me then.
So, okay. Okay. Hi everyone. My name is 𝗕𝗂𝗶𝗍𝗀, and I'm truly honored to be here today. Uh, I'm a life coach for kids, a certified parent coach, and an NLP practitioner. And over the past couple of years, I've had the privilege to being able to help parents navigate the challenges of helping parents. One second, Kishore. I will raise my hand when I need you to change the slide. Chalega?
Okay, noted.
Okay. Okay. So over the couple of years, I've had the privilege of being able to help parents navigate the challenges of parenting, of raising children in today's fast-paced world. And I want to today share with you all the power of community building in this journey that I had. So my journey that led me to where I am today, it started in 2012 when I first became a mother. And at that moment, I was like this lost puppy, had no idea what was happening within me. I lost connection with myself. And there was no community of like-minded parents that I could see and I could fall on. And this is so in 2013 is where the game actually started for me, from being somebody who was totally lost after becoming a parent for the first time, to somebody who decided to start writing her stories, the way I was raising my child. I've always been a rebel, and that showed in the way I was parenting my child. And I realized that I just took a leap of faith, wherein I just started sharing my stories on my blog. And I still do that because it's sort of an outlet for me. And I realized that a lot of parents were resonating with this aspect of challenging the norms, of this aspect of, defying the traditional age old methods and questioning the rules that were being passed on to us from generations. And in a way, I was sort of carving my own path as a parent, and I was also unknowingly, without even realizing, I was trying to help parents also do the same. So I kind of found a tribe of people who could resonate with the style of parenting that I had. So from blogging to something bigger, it I had no idea that it could turn into what it's turned into today. Uh, I realized that as and when I was organically getting readers on my blog, people started commenting. I started realizing that I was not the only one who used to think the way I was thinking. Uh, there were a lot of parents who were ready to challenge the conventional wisdom that was being passed on. There were parents who were ready to question the system. And there were a lot of parents who wanted to raise emotionally resilient and resilient kids, and those kids who were the leaders of tomorrow and the change that this world truly deserves. Now, blogging sort of allowed me to connect with people on a deeper level. These comments I spoke about, the emails that I started getting. Uh, I realized that there was a need for a space, sort of a space where people could support each other without any judgments, without any apprehensions. They could openly share what they wanted to share or probably ask certain queries. And what I did later was that I created a chat forum on my blog wherein people could come and have a little chat with each other. It was this simple. I'm talking about 10 years back, so it was a very simple chat forum where we could just talk to each other, share our views, and ask queries and check if I'm facing this particular issue in my parenting journey. Are you also? So this kind of became my zest. I kind of started enjoying this sort of the small community that I was building for mothers. So now a transition happened, transition from just my blog to social media. I was not even prepared for it. My initial plan was something else. I just wanted to have an outlet through my blog, but I started expanding my reach onto platforms like Instagram and Facebook, uh, where I was not just sharing content, but I felt a sense of belonging. There were people who were constantly replying to my videos or my posts. There were people who were DMing me. There are people who are connected with me since the past 11 years now. And there was a sense of trust. And, and I feel that that happened because of the authenticity that I came across with. I just shared whatever my views were as it is, and that I feel connected better with the audience. There were no scripts ready; it was just spontaneous. I would just come on and just say what I wanted to say, or write what I wanted to say. Now, the next phase that came is something that I truly love currently. So, as my community grew on my website, on my blog, as well as on social media, I saw there was an emerging need and a need of, during this process, I also became a certified coach myself. And I realized that there was a need of more professionals who would share the same vision that I had. So that is when I built Inspire Coach Academy, which I built in 2022, and I got my institute. I built it. I created all the study material, and I ensured that I wanted to create a certified institute. which is when I got it certified through a body in United Kingdom, and our institute went through this scrutiny. There were audits that happened, and eventually I got what I wanted to create. And that is when I realized that the right kind of people with the vision that I had, we shared the same vision, we connected. So I gradually started training these mothers. There were even a couple of fathers in my institute who got trained as a parent coach or a kids life coach. And eventually I realized that there was a ripple effect that was created through them. Now, what I observed was that the people who were trained through Inspire Coach Academy, they were not just coaches. They were not just coaching people, not just coaching parents outside, but they were working towards the same movement, towards a common goal. We wanted to make life easier for parents. We wanted kids to have a better, uh, understanding of emotional intelligence, and which was easier through training their parents, through coaching their parents. So this community that we formed of coaches trained by me, we sort of started uplifting each other. I saw the trained coaches uplifting each other, helping each other in their sessions, and I realized that this ripple effect that was being caused because of this community, how everybody was trying to help each other, it created magic. And at that moment also, I didn't realize the power in what was being created. So this highlights the power of the success of the coaches that were trained by Inspire Coach Academy. It sort of emphasized on the fact that there's immense power when a group of people who are working towards the same goal get together. They're on the same vision, on the same mission, and there's immense power in that. Now, from having what I had over here to what I started doing later, I started working on building paid community. So earlier if you see my social media handles, is immense amount of free content. You will find that there. So from there to something which was a paid model, I had to do it because sometimes you need to sustain the value that you're giving. So this paid model had exclusive content. There's a personalized support that is there. There's professional development that happens, and the most important thing for me as a coach was that I had to give 10x value to the people who came into this paid community than what they had actually paid. So that was the key point. I had to give 10x value. So there are a couple of lessons from Nalanda, uh, the heritage of Nalanda. Uh, the way it was a beacon of discussion, beacon of learning and leadership, I see a parallel in what we're doing at Inspire Coach Academy. All these coaches who've come together on the same mission. I see the same aspect happening over here. Fostering parallel communities, because all my trained coaches have their own respective communities. And all these communities collectively support being a lifelong learner. Instead of parents feeling that I know it all, the parents who my coaches are training or coaching, these are those parents who are ready to learn. They want to be lifelong learner. They want to uh, accept that change is what is going to make life better for them and their family as well. And my final thoughts on this is that despite the fact what you're doing right now, you could be a coach, you could be an educator, or you could be a creator also. I really feel that you should not underestimate the power of community. There is immense power in that. Everyone has the ability to build a community. What happens is you need to start with a clear purpose. your vision should be clear, the purpose of your community should be clear. You have to make sure that you are authentic and just be yourself. And also be open to being a lifelong learner. And that is what my personal takeaway from the Nalanda's uh, learnings is. So what my final thought is that, together we all can build stronger, more vibrant communities that truly make a real difference in this world. And we do leave back a better world for our children. Thank you.
I have few questions for you.
Thank you.
I was like you have been very successful in Instagram. So can you give a few tips for fellow creators, fellow educators
So
regarding Instagram?
So I don't consider myself successful on Instagram, first of all, even though a lot of people do tell me that. The reason being that I feel there was one common thing that I did over the years was that I was consistent all throughout. So I've never seen how many likes I get, how many views I'm getting, and how many followers I'm getting. If I wanted, I could have thrown in some money in ads and got more followers. It's very easy to promote your posts. But then I wanted to have those authentic connections. I didn't want, to have people forced to follow me. They should want to follow me. So, and I showed up every day. Every day, something or the other would go on my page, whether it's just a quote or something, some valuable content that I wanted to share through videos. So being consistent and being real. There are a lot of content creators out there. And how do you stand out from that is your authenticity. Just be yourself and show up.
Thank you. Thank you, Preet, for coming here.
Thanks.
And
Thanks, Sunana.
how can people connect with you?
They can find me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook through my name, 𝗕𝗂𝗶𝗿𝗀, or you can just search for Life Coach Preet. And I'm also on YouTube, though still trying to figure out YouTube analytics, but you'll find me there as well.
Thank you, Preet. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kishore.
So let me just promote Raja now. So our next speaker is Raja, and I met her in the same era, 2021, when Sagar, June came in my life, and she's been more of a. I am a Sri Vidya practitioner, so we worship Mother Divine, and she is the human body reflection of Mother Divine for me. And I've she's been relevant for 2 decades. She's been a principal in for school. She's been educators for almost 2 decades now. So it's like how much I. So I'm 23 now. So she has so much experience that before I was born, from that time she's teaching and she's still relevant. She's done teaching in India, Bahrain, the Middle Eastern market, the European market, the Canada, North America. So she's relevant across the continents. So we need to learn what are the secrets to building this community and all these things. Yeah.
Yeah, hi, that was wonderful, Kishore. Okay, thanks, and hi to everybody, whoever is listening to this podcast. I'm glad I'm with you in this community. I'm really happy to contribute whatever I know little from whatever I've learned. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to connect with Kishore always. He's been someone who is always eager to learn something from people. That's one quality that I think we all should have. Learning from anybody, irrespective of their age, irrespective of their experience. There's definitely something that we can learn from people around us. The community is nothing but a group of people living around us, and how we learn to live together in harmony. Today it has become a big challenge. Living together in harmony has become a big challenge, and we have a lot of workshops saying how you can be amicable with your family, in your family. that has also become, like, one of the speakers who spoke about parenting is all about, it talks about how you can amicably, harmoniously live in a setup under one roof. So that itself has become a challenge these days. So to quote, okay, to say something about me, which Kishore insisted, so okay, I don't really speak too much about what I have achieved. But to start with, yes, I've been in education field for quite a long, and I just love teaching and also learning. I've done NLP, trained the trainer. I've trained a lot of good souls, and NLP is one technique that helps you to open up different, doors, windows, whatever possible, to understand how to learn, how to understand the world around us. NLP has real powerful techniques. So we can talk about it later. Okay, coming to learning and building communities, internet, the online platform, the virtual platform has a very big hand in these days. Well, in my days, if you think being online is like, we could hardly meet people, have some discussions, like you say, like universities, like I would say Nalanda is like today topic to be discussed about. We have a lot of discussions face to face, not like virtual discussions that we are doing right now. This is one beautiful aspect that internet, or globally when you can go, internet helps you big time to connect with global community. So that happened in Nalanda years and centuries back, where people come there, sit together face to face. When you talk face to face, there's a lot of interaction when it comes to your body language, the way you speak, the way you understand. It gives a better understanding. That is made so simple in today's world. Like I would say, online has made things so easy for us. You can talk to anybody across the Kishore is in Pune, I'm in Canada. We are on different time zones, but we have incorporated everything, put things together just for the sake of learning and building the community. So yeah, when I started with there was something called Orkut those days, then came Facebook. So I started when Orkut was there, and then that's where I started building a small community in those days, connected with my students. And then later came Facebook and a lot of other stuff. Then a little bit of blogging I did, and then I think for about a year or two, I did blogging with my students. I was teaching B.Ed students. So I got connected on parenting and teaching techniques. And then later came I was more comfortable online, especially the pandemic time. That's when I went crazy, connecting with people. Like I think that was a boom for me. Until then, I really didn't think about virtually connecting with people. I was more connecting. I was a traditional learner, so I believe in connecting with people face to face and interacting with them. That gives me more satisfaction. But when the pandemic hit all of us, that's when I really went online. That was, I think I was really surprised how I could connect with people on multiple timing. I didn't have the hassle of running and getting ready and rush. That's where I built different community, like one for health and wellness, because health and wellness is one thing I understood, especially after the pandemic, that people really need to spend a lot of time and energy understanding their body and how to cherish it and how to really learn, listen. It's not all about wealth making, it's more about health building. So how we can incorporate, so that's a vast, really vast topic. Like you have to understand your body type, you have to understand what really suits you, what you're not supposed to have, and what are the health problems that we have, and how to get rid of it easily. Everything is reversible, provided you know how to go about it, and provided you have a right person to guide you. So that's one thing I built. And then on exercises, what kind of exercises help recovery of certain things, and to keep yourself in shape, to keep yourself in good health. And then comes mind-body connection. How your body and mind is so damn connected. There's nothing two things apart. It's together. When I say health, it's body and mind together. So all these things incorporated. And to understand all the holistic areas of knowledge, there's something called logic is so important. And that was one of the important topics in Nalanda University, which was taught. Today, when we say, oh, there's people, we say, no, a lot of nonsense around because the lack of logic. Today, understanding logic itself has become prime workshops, a lot of workshops being taught how to be logical, that again talks about critical thinking, and it also talks about how to question, what are the things that you should keep in mind when you're questioning. Questioning is so important. How to question, what to question. All this implies only when you're a critical thinker. And to be a critical thinker, you need to understand the logics of how it works in your subject or in your area. So how would I say, all these interdisciplinary subjects was taught in Nalanda in those days because they were important, for a holistic understanding of ourselves and the community. So big time, it's not just one subject. It's not just about one particular topic. It's all about community. It's all about community building. How do you build a community if you do not understand living in harmony? And to live in harmony, there's a lot of things that you need to be critical, you need to be logical, you need to be compassionate, you need to be altruistic. There's a lot of factors that sets in to really see you as a global citizen, or to see you as someone who is so functional in your own community. What kind of areas your community needs to develop? It could be anything. You can pick, as a couple of speakers spoke about, you can pick your own subject and then build on that. And you can build your community. It could be face-to-face communities in your own small town, or it could be on a global platform like we are doing right now. So I think learning is the prime seed for us to connect with people. Like today, we are here to learn from each other. So this is what happened even in Nalanda University. People from Korea, Japan, a lot of other places, assembled in a place called university, one of the prime universities. People came throughout. A lot of Asian countries, scholars were here in Nalanda University. It was a hub of intellectual brains. They had a lot of discussions about multiple disciplinary subjects. So, the same thing is happening now. I'm so glad, like, people come together on a similar platform, learning about different topics under one roof, in a virtual platform, which is amazing. Like, I think somewhere something is relevant. I would say, in those days, they did it in a university, in a big, huge building where, we had a lot of scriptures and a lot of things. The whole library was there. It was a hub of knowledge. And today, even internet is a hub of knowledge where you want to pick a subject, you can go Google or do whatever AI tools that you want to use. And, you can discuss on. That's like lovely. What was happening those days is once again reviving, and we should have more about discussions like this for us to develop our holistic approach and understanding. So I don't know how long do we have, Kishore?
No, you can go ahead. So I have some questions for you. You've been staying outside India for a really long time.
Right.
So, like, what I've seen is Indian community is very like we come together, we are supportive for each other. So, what's been the role of Indian community in the Bahrain, and right now you're in Canada. So, have you had certain experiences like that?
Indian community, wherever they are highly competitive. They are really trained. They are really intelligent. You name they are actually multidisciplinary. They are really, they have that fire in their belly, is exactly that word I have to say. Wherever they go, they are really nice group of people, very, very amicable to their society wherever they live. And their contribution is always there to any community, any part of the world you go. They have their own communities and they contribute a lot to it in terms of education, in terms of any kind of social help, or in kind of any support for anything. And then when it comes to learning, they are really interested in learning. You can see them always scaling up their education in terms of either getting into proper institutes or through virtual connect. You can literally see them, updating themselves, upgrading themselves, learning to learn more from people around them. I've seen them. That's really exciting. And I think that's what keeps the Indian community going ahead wherever they are.
You once shared about the Rath Yatra in Thunder Bay.
Yeah.
You're sharing some pictures with me on WhatsApp. That was a pretty amazing thing.
That was amazing. Like, this is a very small town in Canada where I'm living. And we have a community Vedic Cultural Center. This Vedic Cultural Center talks more about the Vedic script knowledge, and it talks more about how our scriptures have been so phenomenal. And some, not small, it's a big festival. Like, you had Rath Yatra here, and Rath Yatra happens throughout the world, wherever Indian community is, thanks to those people who are really wanting to share their tradition with them. And there is free food on that day to all those people who, at least 2,000 people visit, and all of them get free food. And that's the culture. Like, India is like this, we feed, like we say, whoever is like our visitor, they are, what do you say? They are like gods. Like, whoever visits, how do I put? 𝗕𝗂𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗀𝗵. Aditi, whoever is our guest, are like gods. And we always treat them so well. And food is so important. Like, imagine in a Rath Yatra, different kind of people come there, and then they have sumptuous food. So all these are exchange of tradition. We value, feeding people, whoever comes to our home. And that has become our primary aspect. And wherever you go to Indian house, you get food. In Indian culture, you go to any temple or any association or any institution, you get real sumptuous food. That's one of the major traditional, I'm proud of that particular aspect. You get fed wherever, you never go hungry, where Indians are.
Yeah. So, Raja, you've been relevant for multiple decades, like for 2 decades, more than that. And I have been an agency owner. I had some clients in 2019, 2018 period. I've seen them nowhere now. Like, after 5 years, they're nowhere. The trainers come and go. So how been, like, what's your strategy, or like, what are your tips to stay relevant for so long?
Okay. One thing I should keep in mind is I'm not here to compete with anyone. Nobody is my competitor. So this is my ground rule. I keep this in my mind. So I don't burn myself. When I feel, I don't overwhelm myself. I do as much as I can. It's not about conquering the world. It's not about me becoming famous everywhere, me connecting with everyone. It's not about that. It's about how much you can contribute to the society. There's nothing to get. There's always a point where people do overdo, and then they get burnt and they feel, oh my God, this is like taking my energy, and they just go to a zone where, all these things happen, psychological aspects. So I've always kept this in my mind. I take break. I don't compete with anybody. I do it in my own pace. And if I want to take a break, I take a considerable amount of time as a break. So that keeps me coming back again and again and again and again. So that helps me big time. Hope I answered this, Kishore. Kishore, are you there?
Yeah, sorry, my internet just went off. Yeah, you can continue. You can continue.
Yeah, I think I just said that, being competitive is good, but then being endeavoring too much of things will actually burn you, in my opinion. So I always take a break so that I always have the energy to come back and then give the best of what I can deliver to my community. So I think I answered that, Kishore.
Yeah, thank you, Raja. Thank you.
Yeah.
So any final tips for our audience?
final tips is like, be open, be nice, and there's nothing to compete with one another. We only exchange our knowledge with one another and keep building your community and make it more beautiful. Connect with more beautiful minds, and to stay there, take breaks and see what is really required and what is really relevant to you. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
How can people connect with you? Could you share your profile?
I do have my Facebook. You can connect on Facebook, and I have Insta. You can also connect on Instagram, and then I can share some details with Kishore. Kishore, you can just put it there.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
You need to focus on the getting together, networking together, and not being a lone wolf. I have been the guilty of that in my entire business life. I have been the lone wolf, the flower in the bouquet, and each time I would fade away. So to stay relevant in this AI world, you need to focus on roots, the human connection, whatever things our speakers have talked till now. That's the root, the empathy side of things. Yeah. So let's get, so this is my LinkedIn profile, and if you want the more updates about the community building thing or other things, so you can follow me here, and we'll keep showing up. As I told, like we will keep working on our roots until we build a thriving community. And yeah, that's it for today.